5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On the edge of the box is Madden. Madden trying to manufacture the shot, gets it away, it's there! Oh my word! What a goal from Paddy Madden! The Irishman strikes again! And is that the goal that's going to send Stockport County back into the Football League?
At the end of the day, the joke came from a discussion about a murdered teenager, and that's why it had to go, no matter how funny it was. Hello and welcome back after an enforced absence of a week to the Scarf Bagara War, the weekly live show and podcast giving you more county chat than you can shake a limited edition shirt at. For the more eagle-eyed readers, you might have noticed there's a gaping chasm over there where there's normally some vague sense of a plan. Russ is off for the next month because he's preparing for probably the most famous bike ride, second most famous bike ride in the world after the Tour de France. Oh no, it's probably third because you've got the bike ride in the Hovis advert as well. Ask your dads. Russ is doing one of the three most famous bike rides in the world. Land's End to John O'Groats in aid of St Anne's Hospice. It's a worthy cause. It's very close to Russ's heart, and I'm sure very close to many other people's. So if you fancy sponsoring him, as I will be, leading by example, I'll pop the link into the chat and episode description, and feel free to sponsor Russ. But with Russ away, I've had to pull out all the stops and get two of our best guests of the year out. A veritable brace of top county knowledge and news, views, and opinions. Everything all covered in two people. It's Waggy and it's Hannah. You're Hannah now. That's it. You don't need a second name now. You're part of the furniture spot. Yeah.
No,
I mean, at least you've not got a nickname. Like, at least you're not a man in his 40s with a nickname like Waggy over there. God. How are we doing, folks? All right.
I'm all right. Yeah. Very good.
Yeah.
Weather's a bit shit, isn't it?
It was nice when I went out to work this morning, which informed my thinking of going out in a t-shirt. It was that was a bad day for Nick. Well, they're all bad days for Nick, really. So we weren't here last week because Russ was busy just cycling around his garden in circles to train. It's the same distance, isn't it? If you do it enough times, it's the same distance as Land's End. I might just call it a day because I feel really tired now just thinking about the bike ride. Knackered. Really, properly shagged. That's horrible. Yes, so I was late coming home from work last week, so didn't get a chance to do a pod. We thought, how much news can there possibly be, in a week? So it's been 2 weeks since the last show. We've got Altrincham, we've got Chester, we've got Huddersfield, we've got a signing, we've got two friendlies to look forward to, which is bloody mental. We've had two departures and a manager alluding to many, many more. We'll go back. We'll go right back to who went to Altrincham because I didn't. So I'm just gonna.
No.
No.
No, I went to a wedding.
Right. Altrincham.
Right,
Altrincham.
I heard
when was Altrincham? What was the date of Altrincham? It's like, is it last year sometime?
About 1973, based on last time I went. It's quite nice. I work in Altrincham. It's lovely. It's gone up market since I started working there. Now I think I was the boost that it needed to.
You dragged it up.
21st century. Yeah, dragged it up. Yeah. Powell, by all accounts, was the standout in the first game against Altrincham, and then we got told off on Twitter for enjoying it because it was only against Altrincham. You're not allowed to. Yeah, just heaves of joy. People say I'm miserable. Well, Russ says I'm miserable. And look at me just railing against all the miserable people. That's Altrincham. Job done. Right, 53 minutes to go. Who went to Chester?
I went to Chester, but I don't want to be solely responsible for the feedback on it.
Waggy lives just down the road from it, so that's a mark taken off you, Waggy. Well, 2 marks because you've got a nickname and you didn't go to Chester. It's like living near there.
I was away with work. I was in deepest, darkest, the Far East Hull.
Oh, sorry to hear that, mate.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh God, not the end of the world, but you can see it. No, I am not in my pajamas this week. For So this has become a thing now. Russ apologised to me after that. Russ was like, I was only joking, you know. I was like, yes, I know what a joke is, Russ. It's fine. I think he thinks I was really bothered. I did cry myself to sleep, but it wasn't because of that. in general, I've been invited to a wedding, and it's my dream. I've been invited only to the night do, which my dream. That's I don't want to see him like being happy and stuff like that. I just want to go for the piss up in the buffet. Then
because you're planning to wear the pajamas. Is that the
No, it's because you mentioned a wedding and it's been playing on my mind. You went to a wedding and now this has been playing on my mind. But I got the invite through this week and I've got a +1, which is just appalling. And I was like, is anyone going to use the +1? And then all my mates are like, well, I'm taking my girlfriend. Yeah. Like, oh, good. I'm coming straight from county and I'll be pissed. So
just like say that you are bringing someone. This is horrible wedding etiquette, and then you'll get their share of the wine and the food as well. Like there'll be an empty space next to you.
But it's the evening do, so that's already gone in it. That's only for like the sit down stuff.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's not sit down. It's evening. It's a buffet.
Exactly. Yeah,
they're not doing speeches about. It's just a piss up in a room, that's my type of thing. Really,
you can get 2 plates and be like, "Oh, this one's for my girlfriend."
They won't believe me. They'll look me up and down and go, "Yeah, tell your story walking, pal." God, right. Hannah, tell us all about
Chester. It was rainy. The pies we were promised. Claire had been on Twitter and asked about the pie situation or just the food situation generally. And some really helpful Chester plan was like, oh yeah, it's mint. That's just reminding me of something else about Chester that's also got nothing to do with the game. And there was supposed to be like some amazing food cart outside that had loaded fries. There was nothing. A row of police, which in retrospect I wonder was like the demarcation between the border. I didn't realize like I was literally crossing the border. And there was a football game. There was a penalty. Jordan Smith. Is it Jordan Smith? I get the two like interchange. It's like a Crankshaw
Jordan Smith
thing
sounds
again.
like a name.
Palmer, Crankshaw Palmer.
Jordan Carney, Jacob Smith. Is it the other way around? Anyway, whoever was
Jordan Smith, Jacob Carney. Done.
Yeah, there you go. I was right. It's kind of. So he wasn't great. What else happened? Loads of like genuinely really young children trying to kick off afterwards. I felt really, really old because I wanted to tell them to go home and like get into bed because it was past their bedtime. But that's how young they were. They weren't intimidating in any way, shape, or form. They were just like 12.
You probably would have listened. You've got mum vibes. They would have just been like, okay, sorry.
Oh my God, Kyle's like, yes, Sarce's brilliant goal. That was Chester. It's like mainstream media
dedicated to it.
That was like being a Wrexham fan.
Did not enjoy. I'm not allowed to mention
it. Too early for that. It's too early for that.
I've got it all out today on Twitter and elsewhere, and now here it comes. I didn't enjoy the goal being described as Bergkamp-esque though. It was nothing like the Bergkamp goal. The only similarity to Bergkamp was that they both have heads. That's literally it. Not having it.
And there was a ball and a goal.
Yeah.
So I mean,
have the same number of limbs.
It's getting closer.
Yeah. I mean, it's basically the same thing, isn't it?
It's basically the same thing.
I mean, it's pretty much like that Brazil one in 1970 where the whole team touched it, and because they all had feet and football boots, and the ball ended up in a net at the end. Do we think it'd be what? I'm really worried we've peaked, and we're not going to score a better goal all season. And then we'll have the embarrassment of having to put it in the goal of the season.
I mean, it's possible, isn't it? It was very lovely. Like, it just looks effortless and like just kind of floated in. I don't know. Connor Evans has been banging some shots in from like the edge of the box that have the potential to be similarly spectacular if he stays.
I was going to say he'll be doing them on loan at Altrincham in about 3 weeks. Well, someone will be anyway, because I think we're going to have to get some departures on the go, which we will get to later. It's nice going to. I mean, I say that I didn't go, but it's nice having Alty and Chester being like pre-season fodder again, like back in the good old days.
Well, honestly, I preferred some more of them after Saturday. It was, last season was fun. We had like Nuneaton and Altrincham and Chorley, and lulled into a false sense of security with Altrincham and Chester, and then boom, Huddersfield.
Yeah, just bang! Like that brought it home to me, Huddersfield. Just why I don't bother going to pre-season.
Yeah, I watched it on YouTube. They streamed it on YouTube, didn't they, Huddersfield? So I mean, I missed the first 30 minutes. Watched it after that, and we didn't look bad. We just made mistakes, and they were just clinical. They were just you could see the difference between League Two and Championship. Yeah. But we didn't look. The scoreline says we embarrassed ourselves, but we didn't embarrass ourselves. We still played well.
If it had been 2 hours, we might have.
Yeah, well, yeah. 17,
like
30 minute halves or whatever.
Yeah, thanks.
But I mean to say it was pre-season. If we'd have played them in the cup properly, a competitive match, then it'd have been completely different. He still wanted us to play like we were playing League Two. That's what I took from it, and we got undone by just class.
I only had one drink before the game, so I think that didn't help.
Gives you completely different perspective, doesn't it?
Well, if pre-season's for anything, it's for trying different things out. That's it. I tried a new system. It didn't work.
Tried watching County Sober. Didn't work.
Yeah. So this Saturday, I'll be back to ordering 2 pints at 20 to 3 and having a race against myself. So it'll be fine. Because last pre-season friendly, that's when you do what you're going to do in the first game, don't you? So I'll do the same routine. I might go to Basque, actually.
Oh, that's nice.
So you'll be on your...
It won't be for the people in Basque when I won't. Well, I'll enjoy myself. That's the main thing.
Settled formation, know your starting lineup straight into the season. That's what it is, isn't it, Nick?
Well, we don't know how strong his lineup. That's the problem.
No, I mean you.
As long as I know mine, then
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I'm just really worried that Guinness is going to be out injured. Like every fucker else. Yeah. Neil, I love Neil Warnock. I'm going to put my hand up. Big fan of Neil Warnock. Love him. Love that guy. I did shout Colin at him, but I was at the top of the Cheadle end. So, do you know why he's called Colin? I'm assuming we all know. No. So, in the name Neil Warnock, if you take out the letters that spell out wanker, then Colin is all that's left after. So his nickname is Colin, and he knows about it. So I was just some lone, not even drunk voice at the top of the Cheadle and like Colin. It was just that type of day. It's like, how many people can I wind?
Did you know I've like a couple of blokes in the lower tier to Rambo? What?
yeah.
Why does he keep shouting my name?
The podcast shouting me. In terms of Huddersfield, I was very impressed with Kyle Hudlin, who was. It's almost a very non-league thing for us. Obviously, we had the Tom Denton thing every single year, and still didn't sign Tom Denton. That's the biggest missed opportunity in county history that Tom Denton never played for us. But Kyle Hudlin, it caused us a bit of trouble when he played for Solihull. I think he was. Did he not come on late on for Solihull in that bank holiday game we played against them when we got promoted, and caused us some proper issues? And got his move to Huddersfield, didn't get a chance. He's gone to Wimbledon on loan. You'd imagine he'll be up for another loan. Yes, please, I'll take him. I would say I'd carry him from Huddersfield, but I ain't carrying nobody. Not a man of 6'7", anyway.
I was going to say he's got some height on him.
Could you not just like stand underneath him and look as if you're carrying him, and he'll just walk?
Yeah. Like them fancy dress costumes you can get. Yeah.
Just Nick's head sticking out.
I mean, I look like that anyway when I've had a few drinks. Anyway, apparently I've got baby giraffe legs. Apparently, when I've had a few, my legs just go out. It's because I'm so tall that it takes ages for the signals to get from my brain down to my legs, so I lose control of myself. You can be my carer if you want, Waggy.
I'm not paid enough in the world for that.
You can be. We'll get a sponsor.
Oh yeah, get me sponsored.
We'll get Basque to sponsor them. That's it. I've mentioned them twice tonight, so I'm getting my 50 quid off Benji sorted. Jobs are good then. Was anyone a bit miffed about the Huddersfield game then, or were we fine?
No, you learn more from games like that, I think, or you should do. I think, I agree with Waggy. The score line flattered them. I thought we did well with possession, just didn't threaten and missed pace up front.
Yeah, that's what. I mean, 2 disallowed for Madden as well.
Yeah, and
both
I think
seemed fairly harsh.
Saw him, he was in the hospitality afterwards, and he was adamant that the first one should have stood. I don't think I heard him mention the second one, but that 4-2 probably would have been a little bit more representative.
Yeah, I think so. I thought we looked decent on the ball. We seem to try not to hoof it. There seems to be a concerted effort to not hoof it, given we don't have anyone to hoof it to, and apparently there's no plans to get anyone to hoof it to. Kyle Hodlin, please. But yeah, if we can get once we got everyone up to speed, like Powell still looks just the space he can find. Is that where you can tell someone's spent the whole career at levels that far surpass where we are. It's just you can just see it a mile off.
But he did.
Hales though going down a couple of times as well, which is a bit
there was that one. I think it was a tackle on the pop side, and it was like, no, he's made of Pringles. Let him get up.
Yeah,
made of Pringles.
But I think Powell struggled on Saturday as well. I don't think he necessarily stood out that much. He struggled to get into the game, and I wonder whether that was because they were kind of actively trying to keep him out of it, or just didn't kind of find his feet.
Are you privy to the comments, Hannah?
Yeah. Cameron Toman. We're not friends anymore.
Oh God. I mean, I don't know what a dry robe is. It's one of these hip new youngster
things. It's a very
things,
functional piece of football going kit. And it doesn't matter that I've never been wild water swimming in my life, which is what it's intended for. It's just very useful and it keeps me very dry. And before I got it, and I decided not to get it because I said to Claire, like, honestly, will I look like a wanker in this? And she was like, yes, mate. And so I didn't get one. And then my mum got me one for Christmas. And I was like, right, well, we'll see. And then I got the dog and it feels a bit more legitimate to wear it. But it's brilliant for football. Absolutely brilliant. It comes down to my ankles. It's got a hood. It's fully waterproof. It's great.
So if you see someone in the Cheadle looking like Arsene Wenger on Saturday, then it's Hannah. You just keep throwing out these phrases that I don't know what they mean. What the hell?
Was like, you look like a scout. That's what scouts need to wear on the sidelines. It's like, yeah, that's clearly me in my camo dry robe with bright pink lining. I look proper like a serious scout.
That's the dream. I didn't know what a dry robe was. Still don't know what wild water swimming is. Does anyone want to clue me in?
Like swimming in wild water, like open water swimming, because it's so big, swimming. The dry robe, that you can get changed inside it. That's the point of it. That it's so you take your arms out and you can literally get changed inside it. That was the point of them. I'm
getting right. Just picture this.
Oh God!
First episode after the League 2 title is secured. Think, it's just a normal episode. Nick and Ross and a guest talking shit, and then I have several costume changes throughout the course of the episode. Just turn it into a full-on Kylie gig.
Yeah, I'm here for it. I'll lend you my dry robe just to facilitate it.
Well, no, you're one of
them. Will you want it back afterwards?
I don't think anyone will want anything back that I've touched.
Yeah.
Oh God. Do we have? Do we have anything else on Huddersfield? Oh God.
What else is about Huddersfield?
Nice to see a good away following.
Yeah. Yeah, there were loads of them, weren't there?
Yeah, just short of 1,000, weren't there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, decent. Can't knock it. I suppose it's. I mean, if we were away at Huddersfield, I'd count that as a good day out because you got all the stops on the train. We've got nice little What's the word? Pubs. That's the word. Pubs on
like
stations.
you forgot the word pub.
Genuinely fell out my
I think he was trying to be posh and going to say bars or something like
yeah.
that.
You got these nice little speakeasies on the station platform. It's lovely. So yeah, I'd imagine they counted it the same. It's like a good ale trail. That's the phrase I was looking for. Thank you, Kyle Williams. I mean, pub is the word I was looking for. Let's not beat around the bush that I forgot the word pub for a second there. And now I've said pub so much that I don't think it's actually a word. You know when you say something
all
loads
the
and you think,
time.
is that a word? Yeah.
Yeah,
I've had that with the name of this podcast for about 4 years. I have to say it every week. I'm like, are they words? I don't know. Yeah, do we have anything on Huddersfield? Please. We've got 37 minutes. No, we've got loads to talk about. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, we've got enough.
Yeah, we'll carry on chronologically moving. But first, don't forget, if you're watching on YouTube, press that little thumbs up button because it helps push us up the things. And you can find all our links there as well, including our Etsy store that has some top stuff, including Tanto Alefe t-shirt.
Has it been delivered? I feel like I can't look him in the eyes yet, just in
case. Postman Pat? I don't know.
Excellent.
I'll ask Russ. But I'd imagine so because we've had the address, the name and size and address for a very long time. Well, we've had the address for like 30 years. So
I mean,
the time we've been going. But yeah, I don't know if we're sending it or giving it to him because I mean that's a photo opportunity. No, we'll probably be sending it. Russ won't want me having the photo.
I was talking to him. So yeah.
Who needs Royal Mail tracking?
Terrible.
Who needs it? Just get Claire to chat to him.
No wonder he was giving me evil.
Yeah. Well, you pass them evils on to me, and then it's gone down the chain, and then I'll take a picture of myself glaring sternly and send it to Russ, and then we've completed it. Right. It's fine. We have also, as well as our Etsy store and all the other stuff, we have got John Billsbury joining us as one of our writers. I'm already appalled that he's been listening. He's probably our first ever listener, even before I was on it. So he saw the potential in this show and he's seen it go downhill since I came on board. But he's joining us to do some writing for us this season, and we've got a couple of extra shows. So Waggy will be joining us for the Courtyard Club Call every Monday, going straight to your Patreon feed Monday afternoon/evening. Russ is away, so it'll be Waggy and another friend of the show, Daniel Culverwell, doing it. Great look of trepidation on Waggy's face there. Just wait until you have to do the technology, mate. It's going to be bloody.
Well, exactly. I've got to learn the technology first.
Mate, we've worked out an easy way for you to do it. It's going to be fine. So you've got that coming, and then myself, Ben Walker, and Si Lomas. Last week we recorded the first episode of Dave Smith Never Existed, our other spin-off podcast that will be with you by this Friday once I get off my ass. I said last Friday and then I forgot to edit it. So I say forgot to edit it. I've got to put like generic quiz ambient music underneath. So it's not really much of an edit really. But I won't spoil it by saying who won the quiz. That'll get people paying the £3 a month, won't it? Find out who won out of me and Si Lomas. I'll get him on. Yeah. So, yeah, you can find our Patreon in all the links. It's £3 a month. It gets you early access to this podcast. You get it straight after we finish on YouTube. And then all the other shit munchers have to wait until Friday morning for it. So, Kyle Williams. Yes, that's a good question, actually, because we've started discussing this already. The Christmas do. It'll be Stockport Gin again, because we've got a proud tradition there now after nearly getting kicked out of there last year. So we'll be going back there to play same format again. Yeah, honestly, I shouldn't have been allowed in. Never mind out. To be honest, Russ wasn't. Me and Russ were like an old married couple that night. He was not happy with me. Yeah, don't blame him. I'm never happy with me either. Right, football stuff, not life admin. We had a signing.
Woo!
Back at Edgeley Park for the signings as well. That's what I'm most excited about. I just need to check the pictures. Because
but I was led to believe it was going to be a back to basics, man on the field with a scarf. It felt a little bit more elaborate than that.
Yeah, but my worry was we were going to get the I mean, this could quite easily get in the rezzers, so I should save it for another week. No, sod it. Everyone knows it's shit anyway. When they're wearing a shirt and holding a shirt, that annoys me no end.
I genuinely never noticed that.
Have you ever seen the one when Brian Robson was made player manager of Middlesbrough back mid-90s, and his unveiling photo, he's got a suit on, suit jacket, he's holding a scarf up, and then he's panned down and he's got football shorts and socks and shin pads on, and he's got his foot on a football. Just genuinely one of my favourite football pictures ever.
Like that.
It's so cool. And it's Brian Robson as well, so he can pull it off.
Yeah, suave.
It's a really good look. But yeah, we have a signing that I'll be honest, I hadn't heard of. And when his name started getting touted around last night, new one on me. I'm convinced it's some big conspiracy just to make players up.
Is his real name David Smith?
Well, no, because he did when he was at Notts County, he did us proud. So hopefully he's, improved as a defender since then.
That's not all he does for us. Fingers crossed. Hopefully he's. But it seems from what Challoner said, it seems he's competing with Macaulay Southern-Hales for the right wing back spot.
Mm-hmm.
So if I see one more person saying, "Oh, it must mean Southern-Hales is off,"
well, as you know, he's been having coffee with Ben Whitfield today, which must mean that he's going to Barrow.
Of course it is, yeah.
Yeah. Man goes for coffee with friend.
Yeah.
This pre-season really is dragging. The very fact that that's become something to discuss. Like, God.
Repeatedly.
Yeah, repeatedly. It's just like, yeah, it's one thing popping in one group chat saying it, then go on another, then go on a message board, and then go on a Facebook group. The person who posted it in the Facebook group anonymously, which says it all, doesn't it? Like, they knew it was bollocks. So
it did look nice coffee, in fairness.
It did look like a bloody good coffee, to be honest.
Fancy.
Yeah. No one ever does me hearts in my coffee. Anyone who makes me coffee puts the milk in last. So I think it's just to annoy me more than anything else. I don't think they actually make it like that. I think you're looking at me like that's the normal thing to do, Aggie.
I don't drink coffee, so I'm looking at Hannah's face because I think she's got something to say about this.
No, not. Yeah, but this is instant. Oh god, this is you're talking about instant coffee, where like you can scorch the coffee with the hot water if it has got milk in. Like
it's a bit classist of you to assume I'm drinking instant coffee. You're right.
No, because with an espresso machine, you add the milk out. Oh, do you? I don't know. I have black coffee, so.
With a what machine?
An espresso.
Yeah, that's correct. I'm just checking you didn't say espresso because I'd just close the podcast down forever. Russ goes away for a bike ride and comes back and there's no podcast. What happened, Nick? Oh, Hannah said espresso. That was it.
Although on that, I've never understood why there isn't a brand of instant coffee called espresso because it's obvious.
Oh, maybe I'll take that to my milk overlords at my new job.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take that to Captain. Well, the boss. It's just the carton from the Coffee and TV video by Blur. That's the big boss. Yeah, just a giant one of them. I never got to see his girlfriend again. Bless him. Rose, come back. This is what happens. They can't rein me in like you can. I was one of the people last few podcasts I've been going on about this idea of Noyle playing right centre back, and didn't work on Saturday, but I don't think that's any reason
Noyle and Torre together just look kind of lightweight, I think, across the back, and
it's not going to be nice playing Salford and having that Matt Smith in the air against them two. That's going to be horrible. No. Absolutely minging. But we'll see. Anyway, there's plenty of scope for rotation. As all things come down to, on Football Manager, I have I try and sign two options for each position. So, that's not just a Football Manager thing. I'm sure that's what most football managers do. But if you look at the squad, we're pretty close to having that now.
Didn't Simon Wilson have that like master squad, didn't he? I don't know, like maybe someone, not me, should track it to what we've got now versus.
Oh yes. This is good. Right, Pete, graphics Pete, if you're watching, we want weekly graphics on that play. I've never wanted anything more. Yeah, and then what happens when it gets to like 100% complete?
Then no one can complain anymore about lack of signings or like being overweight in a particular area position.
Okay, deal.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
Can we sign another target man first, please? Please, can we sign another target man?
Yeah, just a 25-goal striker would be great. Yeah. And then
just a 25-goal striker who's like good in the air, quick, and getting behind, who's strong, and who can link up play with the midfield. He's leaving Tottenham for Bayern Munich. He's not coming to us. God. So where would you like to see? So because probably room for a couple more now. What would you think we need to bring in?
A 25-goal striker. We definitely need. I think we do need somebody. I don't know if it's necessarily a backup for Wotton, but we need something else up front. I think. Mm-hmm. I think Paddy will still play a lot this season, but I think he'll be sort of dropping off a lot more. So we definitely need something to go alongside, whether that's say probably a Laffy. Something else that we can play alongside Alafi with. Maybe Powell might play there, but I think he's going to sit just behind. And then I'd still say a keeper, because I don't think the lad we brought in is properly going to push Ben. I think we need an almost first choice keeper to push Ben and to be a really good stand-in if Ben doesn't. And I'm not sure the new keeper's done that, because he's hardly played for the last like 4 years, has he?
No,
I didn't enjoy what I saw in the second half on Saturday.
Yeah.
Right.
Not even for the goals, just simple. He couldn't do anything with any of the goals. None of the goals were his fault. But there's a couple of times where it was a tame shot straight at him, and he seemed to fumble it. There was one where he nearly dropped it behind him, and it was only moving about 3 miles an hour. It was a weird one. Like, you just hope it's like, I don't know, pre-season nerves or something. I don't know. But yeah, I agree. I want to see someone properly pushing Ben. Yeah,
he doesn't have that kind of presence of a goalkeeper, like properly. You think twice when you're running at the goal type keeper with presence.
Maybe we should get that under 18s keeper from Man United.
What did we go wrong?
You couldn't let it lie, Waggy. You couldn't let it lie.
Well, I just thought he had a good game, did he?
It's a fantastic game. I mean,
he was very committed. That's all.
Exactly. That's what you want. You want commitment from your keeper.
He spent 7 years learning from David De Gea, so of course he's going to be shit as soon as he gets off his goal line. Of course he's not going to have a clue what to do. And let's not forget that Mullin was leading with his elbow as well, so that's the last word on that. That has led me to put a big tick next to Richardson. There we go.
And in the comments, Dave Schofield said about a target man, a CDM and left centre back. We saw Nicky Featherstone from Hartlepool, who is a CDM, but it sounds like he is just training with us as a kind of favour to him while he finds a club. He's left Hartlepool. He was their captain and has been there for a while and been generally kind of loved by all. But yeah, it doesn't seem to be like actually on trial for us.
I mean, do you want to do anyone a favour? Give me a game. I think I'd be good for like half hour. I can't do Friday night, but I can do Saturday. It's a special occasion as well. 140. I'm still annoyed I didn't get invited to go in the kit reveal video. The
kit reveal. It's lovely, isn't it? It's nice.
It's great. Yeah. They really knock it out of the park with these launch videos and stuff like that, and that's probably the best one yet for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It reminded me of a banking advert, but in a good way. With a little friendly local voiceover.
Yeah, and all it missed was then the person doing the voiceover, like finishing off, looking to the camera, saying something deeply earnest, like "We are Stockport County."
Yeah.
And then like that's all it was missing. I kept expecting him to see like that person, that person.
And then at the end, like, your home may be repossessed if you do not keep up with your payments on your account with this shirt.
Your home may be repossessed if you keep buying kits. Because now it's a bit much.
Well, only 10 years to save up for the 150th anniversary.
I know. Well, my nephew was born on Monday morning, and I was kind of like, when I was trying to justify it, I was like, oh, I could get this, wear it for a while, and then pass it on to him because it'll be 2023. And then I thought, well, by the time he's 10, there'll be another one, and yeah.
Well, by the time he's 10, county won't exist. It'll just be AI. It'll just be like an AI. Although maybe our AI players will stay fit. So
I mean,
hopefully, you never know. Yeah. Our AI physio is going to get a lot of work. Bloody nightmare. What do we think of the kit then, Hannah? Are you enjoying it? The new.
I like it for like, it doesn't look like a football shirt. I mean, I know, like, you know, a kind of modern football shirt. I know it's supposed to be a throwback. I think I get it just for like, because
it's the 140th anniversary, so you've got to.
And the scarcity, like, because I know that there is only 1,883. I now want it more than I would have done if there were 5,000. They know exactly what they're doing.
Should we have a sweepstake on who will be the first person to moan that there's only 1,883? I've got a name in mind. I'll message it to you later.
No, I've seen it on Facebook already. Someone's saying they're going to fly out. Why are they only doing that many? It's just a random number they picked up.
Finkin's losing it. Oh yeah. I'll do.
It was multiples. Like you had to buy a crate, and a crate's got like whatever it is.
And a few have gone missing through delivery, so we're down to 1,883. They ordered 2,000, but
there's a ship somewhere going around in circles somewhere in the English Channel.
Look, Flinny's selling them down Castle Street that he had from the photo shoot.
Yeah, I bet they all got one, didn't they? All the photo shoot. I bet Ben Walker's already got onto them for one of them already. Will be one down. Speaking of Ben Walker, some of his shirts are on display in the 1883 lounge. See, I am allowed in the fancy lounges when there's a non-county match event on. I'm not that much of a pleb, am I? Yes, I went down on Monday night, which was luckily for me was the only night that he was doing a talk to correspond with the shirts, which was very good. But yeah, if you look on the website, there's details of when you can go. There's really, really good. I always have a little sob looking at the Alan Armstrong shirt. Because it's the one from Chesterfield, and it's still got like his sweat on it and mud and like his hair dye. Oh god! My efforts to clone the 96-97 team are being helped quite a lot by Ben's exhibitions. I tell you.
It's open on Saturday as well before the game, but only 10 till 12. So if people are down early, they could go there and then go to Basque and come back again.
Get your steps in. Do we know if the courtyard's going to be open this Saturday? Because it wasn't last Saturday, but
because it's the whole like fan thing, isn't there? There's bouncy castles, there's candy floss, there's some other exciting fun stuff.
I'm delighted.
Bars, booze.
Remember the word. I for one cannot wait to have a pint of Guinness from a plastic cup.
Did you ever do the ordering thing? Like there was an app thing on the tables, and I downloaded it once and then just gave up because it was far too complicated.
Same. I didn't bother. No, but the guy kept talking.
The beer to tap one.
Lot.
Yeah.
It was once you got set up, it was dead easy.
Huh.
It was really easy because they had two. They had one in the courtyard and they had one in the back of the Cheadle end. So you basically just pick which one you want, say you've done it, pay for it, walk up, scan the QR code, and put your glass underneath, and it pours you a pint.
I think I might volunteer to help with the implementation of this, and I might tell people that it's voice activated. That's gonna be my thing for this season. I'm just gonna tell people, hey, you just go up to it and tell it what you want, and it dispenses it. Just people shouting at a machine. It's gonna be great.
I think there was only I can't. It was I don't know if it was Heineken or something, but I think he's talking about opening it up and having 2 or 3 beers on it. Because he did like a competition for the last game of the season, and it was 20 people that registered, or 20 people that bought a pint got 20 people that bought a pint got a free one at the end, and I was one of them that got a free pint.
Oh, well done, mate.
Yeah, the only thing I've won in my life.
that might genuinely have been like the happiest I've ever been for anyone. What a story that was! Like, it had a beginning, a middle, and a satisfying conclusion. That's like, I don't need to go and see Oppenheimer and Barbie this weekend now, do I?
Barbie though, Nick, it's awesome.
I'm so excited.
Fully recommend it.
Yeah. I can't. I might go and do both, one after the other.
I think you should probably do Oppenheimer first, and then get plunged into depression, and then Barbie.
I'd say so. Yeah, I'd say that'll be the way around to do it. Do you reckon anyone's done it the other way around and just regrets everything about their life?
That would be a really. It wouldn't, but it was. You could properly profile people in the cinema, what film they were going to see. There was absolutely no. You could not fail at this. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Like blokes in like black and grey and like really muted colours, and then fully pink. Oh, I mean, also some blokes, but you could properly profile people as to what film they were going to see.
I might dress up in all pink and like do my nails pink and everything, and have like a pink headband and like dealy boppers. Are they called dealy boppers?
Yeah.
Ask your dads, everyone. That's the second time I said ask your dad tonight to everyone. I might do that and go and see Oppenheimer. And then wait until like 45 minutes into the film and just loudly start asking where Margot Robbie is.
Is that Ken?
I'm going. Yeah. Is that Ken? Is that Ken? I don't think I'm going to the game on Saturday. I think we know what Nick's doing. Oh God, what a life!
I think you should turn up to the game like that just so we know.
Oh yeah, that's a point. Yeah. I'll turn up to the game in my Barbie outfit, but just with a really like far off look on my face, like someone who's like seen some horrors.
Then will not everyone think you're a Hartlepool fan?
Everyone.
Oh God! But no, enough about Preston. Who's going to the Blackburn game on Friday? I can't do 2 games. That's like the old day. That's like pre-war football, that isn't it? Like 2 days.
Like Friday nostalgia, and going for like food and stuff with Rob and his kids that are up. But yeah, just like I love a Friday night game, and I thought it was going to get me out of doing the Swindon podcast, but it's not, because they don't start until 9, and they've said they'll wait for me, so that's backfired.
That's good of them, isn't it? That's nice. That's what it's like when you're when you're a necessary cog in the wheel. That's what happens. When I'm late, Russ just cracks on without me.
No,
doesn't see waggy.
I'm hoping they'll get the Mansfield guy out of the way in the Salford, and by the time they get to me, they'll just be like, "Yeah, it's fine." And then Preston on Saturday. I'm doing both, but on Saturday we're doing fancy hospitality.
Of course you are. Yeah, I'm in the pop side, mate.
Oh,
yeah. Bringing my dad and my nephew.
It's open then on Saturday.
I bloody hope so.
Yeah. Well, no, because my dad booked tickets for last Saturday and then got relocated.
Oh, I'll double check actually.
Just keep an eye on your email.
I've not bought a ticket yet. I should. Yeah, I should have a look. Just thinking because of stairs for me dad, but I'll have to sit at the bottom of the Cheadle, won't I? God almighty. But my dad's only coming
in the main stand with your Barbie dealy boppers on.
I am not sitting in the main stand.
Yeah,
there's no joke that's worth it.
No, on like how long it takes someone to complain that you're obstructing their view with your dealy boppers. See,
it's like the Barbie and county crossover that the world's been waiting for.
I think we should stop putting ideas in his head because this is just going to be.
I think it'd be brilliant.
I mean, someone has to put ideas in my head because if they didn't, I'd just be walking around bumping into stuff all day.
And also, I'm in the main stand, so I could try and like throw things. Yeah.
Are you main stand?
Well, yeah, because fancy hospitality.
Oh yeah, of course. I was thinking
Comfy
of the half-time thing where it costs you like 80 quid extra for a beer.
Oh no, it's like I think it was 28 quid.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm tempted to do that, but I don't like my dad and nephew that much, so certainly not enough.
Just get it for yourself and say, I'm not going to sit in the comfy seats. I'll just go and sit with my dad in the pub side.
Yeah, it's uncle and nephew bonding, though, isn't it? I'm his only role model. I'm his only male role model. Think of that. God.
Jesus, I think you should get hospitality and leave the poor lad alone.
Lives in Abswood, and he's got me as a male role model. Like his life's done, isn't it?
Could like bring them along that you can meet like players, past and present, and yeah.
Yeah. Last time I took him to the Fleetwood friendly a couple of years ago. He must have been like 3 then, and he wanted to go like 10 minutes in. To be honest, so did I. But that's why my dad's coming, so he can take him home, and I can just stay and drink. It all comes down to drinking. It's in a theme now.
Well, the golden rule of taking children's football is like bribery, whether with a pie. Face painting works very well in the pop side. What else do I do? And then, if all else fails, resort to screens.
Well, for a minute, I thought you were going to say resort to screaming.
Well, no, I've done that too. I've done that too.
Cordial's just gone up my nose. Brilliant. Right, we've had some departures. Not just our sanity and the sanity of every listener. I've just realised I've been on the wrong page and I've not been looking at the comments.
Do you think it was just really quiet?
Yeah. Will Collar looks like a vicar in the anniversary shirt. Oh God. Get an Alan haircut. My days of having I had an Alan Armstrong haircut like 96. I had the curtains. And then David Beckham came and ruined it for everyone.
Yeah.
Nothing really to offer to that, is there? New seats there's new seats in the Together stand, apparently.
They look lovely. They're properly vibrant blue and looks all shiny and not block 3, but the others.
Yeah.
Maybe block 3. Maybe that's it. Maybe block 3's been done this week.
Well, you should WhatsApp me and let me know what your normal seat is, Hannah, and I'll make sure to sit in it before you do.
Go and inspect it. Say hello to Roland.
I was going to say put a dead rat under there or something.
I'm going to say to my nephew.
I saw that photo. That was my photo.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. I'll just tell my nephew if he wants to wipe his hands, he can do it on your seat.
Thanks so much.
Right, that's friendly's done, boxed off. Oh, Coyote Odujayi is there on Saturday, which I'm very excited about. My sweet Nigerian prince. Love that guy. Probably the nicest person I've ever met in my life. Probably why he didn't score many goals, because he was just being dead nice to the defenders and that. But you can't have it all. He was part of the start of the upward thing. I'm forgetting all the words today. Right, players have left. We're nearly there. We've got this. We've got getting the rezzers, and then we've nailed it.
Oh yeah, that.
Right. Who are we going first? Ross first or Quigley first?
Quigley wasn't a surprise. I don't think either of them were surprised, are they? No. Quigley didn't go to Spain. I think Ross only went to Spain because Kenny was injured. I think, for Ethan particularly, it's nice that it's somewhere fairly local and you don't have that kind of uprooting. Quigley, I don't really know where. Is it Eastham or Eastleigh?
Eastleigh.
Yeah. That was as far as it can possibly move. It's like a witness protection type of move, that is. That's like, imagine if you lived in Stockport and got put in witness protection, that's where they send you to Eastleigh. Oh God. Yeah, it's a
It's
weird
now
one
called
with
Quigley
him.
Scott.
Yeah. Didn't he direct Blade Runner? Thank you, Hannah. Ask your dad. Oh. Time of death, 8:53. I'm calling it. Oh God,
it's bad though when I get your Ask Your Dad references.
It's I'm getting them. I'm worried that I'm getting them. Just why are you laughing, Hannah? Apart from my
because
Ridley Scott
when we were
joke?
in Spain, we were talking to Mr. Ballas about like the preseason games, and he said, well, actually, I don't know what he said, but let's assume he said Big K. And I kind of, in my head, got really excited that Big Kev was coming back. And then there was a whole chain of events where I kind of convinced Claire to get hospitality for the Preston game because Big Kev was going to be there. And then there was a scenario that involved text messages with Mike Flynn asking whether Big Kev was going to be there. It was just a whole thing. It's like, it's fine. It's just, you know.
Oh, I love that. At no point did you realise you were barreling towards a misunderstanding, and just went got the corporate sorted.
Everyone, this is what happens when you're sober. No one else can like corroborate your side of events. So I'm like, he definitely said it, and Claire's like, all right, okay, didn't it? Like, well, you know, yeah. He did not. Well, he said Big K, and I kind of misheard / misunderstood /
That was worth it. That was better than the Ridley Scott thing. You know, yeah, so we quickly came with this big reputation. I think was he injured at the very start of the season under Steve Rusk? Then
he came on for like 30
injured.
minutes, didn't he? And then went off injured again.
Yeah, and then
quite an early game, and he was out for quite a few games.
And didn't really get going until Bolton away when Challinor got a grip of him. Bolton at home, one of the best centre forward performances ever seen at Edge of the Park. He was absolutely. It's just such a shame that was the exception rather than the rule. Really, I'm still surprised we saw him against. Was it Leicester? I think it was a Leicester Cup game the last time we saw him, and he came on with a couple of minutes of, I think, normal time to go, and he just charged round, giving more fouls away than I've ever seen anyone give in my life. It was just madness. It was just like he'd come on and forgotten how to play football. And at that point, it's like, yeah, this is a man who's clearly got no future here. So hopefully he'll. And they're an upwardly mobile team as well as Eastleigh, so you'd expect them to be pushing for the playoff.
Yeah, he might be like a Ben Whitfield and just click somewhere else.
Yeah.
But he's decent at that level. He's definitely decent for National League. Absolutely. You say he'll just bully people, and hopefully, he'll get himself back on track.
Yeah, I hope so. I've got a lot of time, and he particularly enjoyed the scenes on Edgeley after we'd won the title. What was it? He tweeted some top shaggers in the Albert.
Top shaggers in the Albert.
Yeah,
that's the epitaph for Scott Quigley there.
Yeah, and then the Harry Potter broomstick thing at on the Monday night. Yeah,
but I wasn't a fan of that because he strikes me as the type of person who would call someone Harry Potter just for having glasses on. There's like a bullying thing. Nothing's getting dragged up from school here. Nothing at all. Right, let's see the return of say regular feature. It was a regular feature, and then Russ went off for a few weeks, and I forgot all about it. So, getting the rezzers. Do we have something for getting the rezzers? I do. That's why I've done it. Do you two have anything?
I'll go last if we're doing it.
Yeah.
Claire, message me something quickly.
Are you up, Waggy? Are you up?
Well, it's not football related.
Fine. Yeah.
It's
well.
It was me stepdaughter's 18th birthday on Friday, so we all came across, went out in Manchester. So getting the rezzers is 20-year-old lads drinking hot chocolate in a restaurant. and then
Sorry,
falling asleep
I just misheard something
in
there.
a pub. And I know he'll watch this back, so he knows exactly who he is.
So this is a 20-year-old lad you know?
Yeah, it's my stepdaughter's boyfriend, so that's the only reason why I know him.
Oh my goodness.
Are you sure it wasn't boozy hot chocolate?
No, it was hot. In fact, he had two hot chocolates, and he physically ordered them. They weren't like accidentally put on the table, and he just drank it.
During the meal or after the meal?
Just after the meal.
Oh, that's kind of okay. It's like dessert. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like coffee and dessert in one.
Well, he should have had like something in it, like alcohol.
Oh yeah, that goes out.
Should just be drinking hot chocolate.
But I mean, you're taking us down a dangerous road here, Waggy.
Yeah, you see these bloody youngsters.
I mean, people say the youth of today have got no hope and stuff. Well, maybe the youth of today are all rude because you call them woke and snowflakes all the time. Maybe that can go in the rezzers as well. But also, yeah, you know, maybe he's going to rail against the system now. Now that you've pulled it, did you pull him up on it at the time?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
What was it? I mean, yeah, it's all a bit toxic masculinity-ish, though, isn't it? I've seen Breaking Bad. I know how it ends. God. I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who's still working their way through a program that finished like 8 years ago. But I don't know. Oh. So this is why I don't like having authority, because I'm all nice, I'm all your mate and everything, but when it comes to make a big decision like this, I can't do it. And Hannah, tell him.
Yeah, see, Gazendo's on it as well.
But I'm as a non-drinker, sometimes you just have to get a bit creative with the drinks that you order, so you're not just having Diet Coke. And given the time of the meal that it was consumed,
he's not a non-drinker. He drinks. He was drinking before that.
Maybe he was drinking responsibly. You should be applauding this and keeping. You know, he's
no. Can get him the rezzers.
20 on a birthday. Come on, drinking responsibly.
Right, so I'm gonna. This is unprecedented, but I am going to. We're going to put it on hold, that one, and Russ can decide. I'm just going to leave a big pile of admin for Russ to deal with. We've got an email from TalkSport for him to deal with. We've got this, that, the other. So, yeah. See, friend of the show, James Somerset, says, after a meal is fine, just in a bar is not. Well, I mean, it's the line between, you know, you don't have your meal in a bar, do you? Sorry, people are just chatting amongst themselves there, and I've popped it up for everyone to say. Yeah, I'm going to let Russ have the vote on that because I can't.
Right, okay.
I can't. I just don't want to say no to you, Waggy. To be honest, that's the longest.
Well, not especially if you want me to look after you.
Yeah, that's all with the carer thing. So, yeah, it's good.
So you're going out in public in your pajamas.
Yeah. I might just buy some new pajamas and just take them out.
Barbie ones. Primark.
Do Primark do like Barbie pajamas for men? This is a political hot potato right here.
I mean, probably.
Do they do Oppenheimer pajamas for women?
I mean, I don't know that I've seen any Oppenheimer merchandise anywhere. But I can whip one up on the cricket.
Yeah, sorted. I'm well up for that. Yeah, maybe I could pull off Barbie pajamas. You know what? I might just wear pajamas to the game on Saturday. All this talk of pajamas is making me just not want to leave them.
Would love that.
If only I had a dry
Just make
road.
sure you've got like Velcro on
so
you
I can't
rip
wear
it off for your Barbie outfit.
Right, no, this is right. So I can't wear my dry robe on Saturday because I'm wearing a nice dress because I'm, going to the nice place. So you can wear the dry robe with the bright pink lining and then whatever Barbie paraphernalia you want underneath. And it'll just be like the big reveal. Although someone did say earlier that a dry robe looks like a flasher Mac, and I'm there going like this. So
yeah, it's all getting dangerously close to flashing now. I got. Speaking of which, I got invited to a gender reveal party. It's a big week for Nick. Getting invited to a wedding and a gender reveal party. So I'm not having any of that though. It's not for me. That. I mean, I don't care what the baby is for a start. It doesn't. I'm not going to like it anymore based on what it is. But when I do a gender reveal, I get kicked out of Asda. So what can you do? What can you do? Right, rezzers. Back to the rezzers. I am putting in football fans on social media. That's it. There's nothing else. No, football fans on social media. When someone connected to a football club dies, and then people feel the need to post the condolences, and then also say what team they support, like it makes a difference. It's like, oh, rest in peace from a Swindon fan. So no one cares who you support. Do you reckon they're there at the funeral? Like, if the body's like lying, if it's a Catholic funeral and the body's lying in state, are they there just reeling off this list of names to the cadaver? Just like, oh, Johnny 10 numbers, the Leighton Orient fan. He says rest in peace. I just don't see why. Like, people think, like, if someone connected with Liverpool dies, and you get people popping up saying, "Oh, respect" from a Man United fan. It's like,
I think it's because they don't want other people to think that they're actually a closet Man United fan in that example, and or maybe a kind of effectively stating that they respect that player, manager, whatever for their career, even though they are not a United fan.
I mean, don't bring reason into it. I once someone posted a video on Facebook of, like, it was a house party in Fallowfield, and you had so many people in there that the floor just collapsed and they all fell through. Fucking hilarious, to be fair. I've lived near them people. I'm quite happy for them to fall through ceilings. So I commented on it saying, "Oh, respect from a ceiling fan." Nothing. Literally nothing. I kept checking back every 5 minutes just to see. Nothing. Why I bother? Is that going in the rezzers?
Hannah makes a good argument as to why that they would do that. So
he's just getting his own back now. That's clearly
I think it needs to go to Russ.
I'll add that to the list. Just point out that Hannah's best friend is not having her argument either. So
it's all right. She'll. I'll. Well.
Right. Well,
so come on, Hannah. We need something that actually is going to go in the rezzers. Because we both failed.
Pepsi Max can go in the rezzers. So this is like the one single thing that is guaranteed to cause massive arguments with Claire, because she is a Pepsi Max diehard.
Good stuff.
I don't know. Where did the good stuff come from?
It's good stuff. Pepsi Max is good stuff.
No, but you sounded just like Russ.
Oh, God.
I wondered whether it was some kind of recording that you'd
like. Yeah, it was. That was definitely like. Russ.
Oh, need a shower. I'm getting a jingle. I'm getting a jingle for that. I'm going to get a little good stuff jingle. Shouldn't take me too long to go back through podcasts and find him saying it. Won't be a big job.
Yeah, just Pepsi products generally, to the point that at football matches I will choose to have something else if there's no Diet Coke, and I'd rather have a non-cola flavored product than that filth.
See, to everyone else, you order a Coca-Cola and then they don't have it, and is Pepsi okay? And you just go,
no.
I'm fine with Pepsi, mate.
No, I'd like tap water, please. I would enjoy that more.
I mean, I was going to say I'd put tap water in the rezzers, but then it's going to overflow. So
and destroy the natural habitat and the popside, like
take that Edgeley Wildlife Reserve
and everything.
Tree huggers. Are you attempting, genuinely attempting?
No, I don't really care. But I just thought I'd wind her up. No, the only other one that I have that was one from the EFL podcast, because we have something similar called rezzers, was over celebrating last minute goals that have no consequence whatsoever in a kind of Mansfield equalizing to be 1-1, like mid-season, ridiculous flare throwing, pitch invasion type celebrations.
Yeah, and Notts County.
Yeah.
And Notts County celebrating the 2-2.
But there's not much better than a last minute goal. Mind you, I'm a psychopath, aren't I? I like the jeopardy. I'd rather win the league by like a last minute goal on the last day than win it by like 10 points in March. Told you. Psychopath, me. Sociopath. I'm a sociopath because look, I've been all friendly for an hour. And I just that's what happens. Wild dog. Mental.
False sense of security.
My middle name. What are your thoughts on that then, Waggy?
Yeah, I'm having that. That can go in the rezzers.
Yeah. I mean,
because it's Mansfield and Notts County, so yeah, definitely having that.
As petty and vindictive as I am, I'd love to just not put anything in the rezzers after the way it's gone. Oof. But it's taken a sinister turn tonight getting the rezzers as.
Well,
this is where you need Russ with his good stuff.
But you've done that, so.
Yeah, accidentally though. That's the worst thing. If I'd done it deliberately, I'd be sat here looking pretty smug and pleased with myself right now. But as it happens, I didn't. Right, that looks probably about the best place to wrap it up, is it not? I mean, with it being the end, that's normally where
natural
and covering all the subjects you said. So I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Covering all the subjects that were on my list and some that weren't.
Feels like a win.
I mean, I had a list this week. I don't normally have a list. And then when I messaged both of you this afternoon with the list saying, "Is that everything?" And then both of you were like, "No, that's not everything." At exactly the same time.
Oh dear.
Yes, so we will be back next Wednesday with reaction to 2 games. 2. I don't know who'll be on with me yet. I might borrow your dry robe, Hannah, and I might just run at people with it open, and whoever I catch to come on the podcast Wednesday. Like the child catcher, but not.
Yeah, Ian's
county catcher.
Very important, because I always forget on Saturdays. There's a bucket collection on Saturday to raise money for Wycliffe Congregational Church, which is the birthplace of Stockport County. And I always forget because you need actual cash, and I carry my phone around with me, and that's it. But it's a very worthwhile cause.
Yes, I wouldn't normally get on board with giving money to a church, but in this case, I will gladly make an exception.
Mm-hmm. Same.
It's really taken a turn now, hasn't it?
Sorry.
It's got some issue there. We don't want to put it. It's nearly time to finish. I don't have an issue. Oh, I have issues, but that's not one of them. It's fine. Right. We will wrap it up there. I've actually found the button already this time as well. Already got it. So look at me. Right. We will see you next week as we gear up. We might even have a Gillingham guest next week, actually.
Ooh.
Because the EFL is almost among us. The Nationwide Football League Division 3. That's what it'll always be. No, it'll always be the Ensley League to me, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can't go back, can you? Can't go back. Ask your dads. Right.
Or your mums.
And your mums, and anything in between. Because there are nowadays. Progressive. I've got loads of different mates, like differently abled, just different types of people. It's like there's no thread with my mates. Every one of my mates is different. It's like a Benetton advert. but with people who have terrible taste in friends. Right, this has gone far too long.
Because they're all friends with you.
Yes. You two, don't leave just yet, because people do that. Ben Walker did that to me. He just leaves, and I'm like, oh, fine then. Wanted to thank you properly, but no. Right, bye everyone. This episode of the Scarf Bagara War was written, recorded and produced by Russ Johnson and Nick Lee. The music on the opening titles was produced by Dan Johnson. Subscribe wherever you get your content, as well as finding out how to join the TSBW fan club. Check out the links in the description or go to allthews scarfbagarawar.co.uk.